They ate lunch with you at school, they played with you on the playground, but sometimes they had dinnerless nights. You got it. I'm talking about children in poverty. Today, I would like you to know the importance of our youth and how many of them are suffering due to poverty. The next generation is our future, and we are able to help these children with mentoring, tutoring, and donations. It's all about taking the time to do so. When I was in high school, one of my very best friends lived in poverty. I could never tell by the way she dressed when she came to school, but when I went to her house, it was quite evident. Unfortunately, there would be days where she didn't come to school, but it wouldn't be because she didn't want to be there. It would be because she didn't have enough clothes to wear that would actually clean and not let people know that she was poor. Sad to say, she never finished high school because her poverty affected her so much that she would be embarrassed to come to school. Although she didn't come to school often, I still kept in touch with her just to let her know that things could get better and that I was still her friend. There would be times when I would ask my parents to order her pizza for her and her grandmother just because her grandmother could not feed her that night. I would even give her my old clothes from school just so she could manage to make it to school the next day. It may not have been much, but it brought joy to my heart just knowing that I had helped her. And guess what? You can make a difference in a child's life too. The Childhood International Foundation stated that 30% of children raised in poverty do not finish high school. Statistics show that people who do not finish high school by the age of 20 are 7 times more likely to be persistently poor at the ages 25 through 30, which means these people would not have only been people that were raised in poverty, but they will also be raising children in poverty. In order to help our future generation not become another statistic, we must develop what the Pediatric Child and Health Association described as school readiness. It is well documented that poverty decreases a child's readiness for school through the aspects of health, home life, schooling, and neighborhoods. Which brings me to my next point, health. According to the Feeding America Foundation, there are 16.2 million children that live in households that lack the means of getting enough nutritious food each year. Imagine if you were one of these children and you had to go home every day wondering if you were going to have a hot meal to eat or if you were just going to have to try to make it to school the next day so you could eat breakfast. Just imagine the stress that these children go through because they're in poverty. There is no reason that 16.2 million children in the United States should be starving. We should be trying to help these families and children as a whole. And if that didn't catch your attention, think about this. The American Institute for Research shows that there are 2.5 million children that are homeless each year in America. Homeless. That means they either have to leave school every day, having to go to a shelter, they're sleeping in cars with their family, or maybe even under a bridge. In my opinion, that's sad. I wish I could help them. Homeless children are more than twice as likely to have health problems and 3 times more likely to experience severe medical problems compared to children living in stable homes. Not only do they have a possibility of having health and medical problems, but half of these children are physically abused and 1/3 of these children are sexually abused. Going through abuse can cause stress on children, and chronic stress causes a lifelong harm to physical and mental health. Now, I just want you to take the time and think about this. Do you think that's something that a child should have to go through? If you can't answer it, I'll answer it for you. No, they shouldn't, not in my opinion. There is no way that a child should have to wake up stressing about what they're going to eat, or if they're going to have clean clothes for school that day, or even if they're going to have to go to a shelter that night. Or, hey, what if I'm physically or sexually abused at the end of my day? I think that's sad. Thank you for taking the time to listening to me today, and I hope that I've made you want to get out and help our youth. Keep in mind, they are our future. And some of them don't have the drive to go to school, food, clothes, or even a roof over their head. If you're interested in helping children in poverty, there are over hundreds and thousands of foundations that can accommodate you with volunteer work, such as the Boys and Girls Club, the Foundation Army, and even Big Brother, Big Sister. Keep in mind that these children will be happy if you just donate your time and take them under your wing, so you can give them words of encouragement and let them know that things can get better and there is a better life out there waiting for them. I'm not asking you to take the clothes off of your back or the food off of your table, but if you have something to spare, it will truly help our next generation. Thank you.